fastest, easiest way to win over $100,000 in federal government contracts. Let's take a look. And that is through housekeeping, janitorial services. For this Blakesley Housekeeping, Via Corp with a K won an award for over $1 million. And it covers 5 years of service. So the period of performance is for 5 years, over $1 million for the entire contract. And as long as they do an amazing job, every single year, the contract will be renewed and they have ongoing revenue. For some of you, $1 million may seem like a huge contract. For some of you, $1 million may not be enough, but let's take a look at them. They started out just a few years ago at a little over $300,000 in revenue, moved up to a little over $1 million, and then recently did a little over $1 million. So there isn't any reason you cannot be them. You're amazing GovCon winners. You are an amazing entrepreneur. And if you look at their website, you notice janitorial services isn't even the first item there. So you don't have to have this expensive and extensive background in janitorial services to win. You just have to keep at it. That's it. They went from $300,000 to over $1 million in revenue in 2 years. Such a small percentage of businesses make over $1 million in revenue, especially women-owned businesses. I believe the statistic is fewer than 5% of us have over $1 million in revenue in our businesses. I got a couple like that. I'm just throwing it out there. But let's bring it back to everyone here. Whether you're just starting out or you've won several contracts, this is an opportunity for you to take a look into. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Sam.Gov, advanced search. You don't need to log in. You don't have to pay anything. This is all free. Every single thing I'm showing you. You're going to go to set aside total small business. Next, you are going to go to product or information. So you may notice here that the code is 561720. So you simply add that here, comes up. You can change the date if you so desire. Maybe you want to look a couple days. I like to do next 3 months. And you can see the opportunities here. Forest Service, another one for forests, U.S. Geological, window cleaning, park services, custodial cleaning, Drug Enforcement Administration. What you'll notice is there are several opportunities here. These type of opportunities tend to range from where they may need cleaning several times a week, once a quarter, once every 6 months. I know we recently had a GovCon winner not win 1, but 2 janitorial cleaning contracts. And the beauty of them is they're often multiple year. So let's say you make $1,000, $2,000 a month at the low end of profit every single month. That's just a couple contracts. So you 10x that, you're making potentially 6 figures as time goes on. Because keep in mind, Via Corp started out at $300,000. They're doing over $1 million. So there isn't any reason you can't do the same. So I'm just gonna randomly select one. I suggest you bid on and review a combined synopsis and solicitation. If you want, you can go over here under notice type and go to solicitation combined. So this basically says, hey, we have the money, we are ready to buy. So let's take a look at this opportunity here. Often when companies win these type of opportunities, they subcontract the work out. They're subbing it out to individuals, they're subbing it out to companies. What's important at the end of the day is that you're able to meet the requirements of the particular opportunity. That's what's important, hands down. The first thing I look for is what is the basis for award? What are the evaluation criteria? How are they going to determine who's going to get this? How are they going to determine it? And you can see here in the main attachment, lowest price technically acceptable. So this is something I call a low risk opportunity, is cleaning at the end of the day. There really aren't too many things that could really go wrong with cleaning. So they just need a good deal. So what this doesn't mean is that you contact a vendor who's already adding 25%, you're adding a profit or a margin, and you're turning in a price. You're not going to win at all. Instead, you're gonna wanna get 5 quotes from different vendors out there to see what the range is, and you may even wanna go a little lower because there isn't any reason you can't find individuals on Indeed, Angie's List, Craigslist, especially if it's in a small town, to do the work and you pay someone hourly or you pay them monthly. That's one of the ways to save money. It's a Kizzy strategy, is to pay people monthly. There's no rule that says you have to pay everybody every day or once a week or anything of that nature. You just have to make sure people are paid, of course, but these are ways to lower your expenses and to help you with cash flow as you wait for the government to pay you. So the way that you can show technical acceptability, it says you can provide brochures, detailed specifications. This is all information that you can obtain from ChatGPT, from the particular people you're partnering with, from different vendors. It's very, very simple. And they're looking for you to put the prices here. The pricing is based on the actual details in this document and in any of the corresponding documents. Another Kizzy strategy is in here, it states that you can ask questions. This is very important. You want to find out who is the incumbent, what did they charge? Ask them, was that for 1 year or multiple years? Because sometimes you'll learn that for 5 years, the price was $87,000 and you're like, how is it $87,000? There's no way, nobody can do it for that amount. Have you not been on a Shein, Temu? How can you buy a top for 20 cents? I mean, take the information and do with it what you please. You may decide, hey, I don't even want to bid on this. I don't want anything to do with it. Okay, that's fine. It's a no-go. You're saying, no, I don't want to go there. And you're going to instead, you can go back to Sam.gov and look for additional opportunities. But there's no reason you can't be like the example I shared, that you start off with hundreds of thousands of dollars in wins, then move to a little under $1 million, and then become $1 million a year business. That happened to Ashley, who I interviewed not too long ago. She has won over $1 million in state level opportunities. The sky's the limit, y'all. If you haven't already, check out my book, winnerswaybook.com. winnerswaybook.com. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button. And as always, everything is possible. There's no reason you can't win an opportunity like this. Everything is possible. Until next time, take care.